Alrighty, welcome to another episode of my bullshit. Pillars episode number 2. And it's time to level up Brahmsworn. Nice. Now all of them will take the same amount of points to advance. Ooh. Again, I'm making this guy a mostly defensive guy. Converting a portion of incoming hits to grazes. Ooh. Increasing their accuracy and converting a portion of grazes to hits. Plus 15 defense when disengaging, that's nice, but how many times are they going to remember to throw that up before I disengage, so... Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold up. What's the difference? 15% of grazes, 15% of hits converted to grazes. Okay, so this actually makes our grazes turn into hits, and this takes their hits and turns them into grazes. Awesome. I'm gonna stick with Zealous Endurance on this one. Alright, that's it. Fucking A. Let's do it. Tenfrith. Ah, it's you, my savior. He makes a sweeping gesture to indicate the kitchen around you. It's so good to be back. Do not think I will let this go unrewarded. I've decided that you have earned the right to learn one of my most closely guarded secrets. My dearest recipe. After this, you will eat nothing else. A savory pie to keep you hale and hearty. May it serve you well in your travels. Thanks. I appreciate it, guy. Spoons hang by the fire, coated in brownish gunk. Ugh, the fuck? No, I definitely could not eat at this fucking tavern. I would be freaking out. Some kind of brown slop is congealing in these dishes. It smells burnt. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Take that beer there. I see a couple people I probably absolutely have to talk to over there. And a few more still over here. Brethren, talk to Swainer if you've something to say. Gothwin, talk to Swainer if you've got something to say. Okay. Swainer.
Gods keep you.
Don't know who you are and don't much care. Keep walking. We're not here to chat with foreigners. Aloth narrows his eyes. Careful. Looks like they're cut from the same cloth as those rowdies who attacked me. He wrinkles his nose. Smells like it, too. I saw you outside of the mill. What was that about? Well, someone fancies them a meddler, eh? What's that about? It's about Trumbull thinking he's king of the town, on account of he's got the mill to his name. The dwarf's jowls quiver with rage. It's about him barely giving us anything for the wheat we bring him. And then cutting our purses when we need to buy again. When we need to buy grain. It's about farmers going hungry while some bastard gets rich off their crops. That's what it's fucking about. Now shove off. Well, what are you doing in here, then? What's it look like? Drinking till I forget how much I want to put a pitchfork through Trumbull's face. Jesus Christ! What if I told you that Trumbull's changed his mind about his grain prices? The dwarf looks up, blinking. What, you serious? He exchanges looks with his fellows, who grin hesitantly. The old man's listened to reason? About time. I told them he'd come around, but damn if it didn't take a sweet time about it. He sets a few coppers on the table. Here, buy yourself a drink, now that we can afford it. Goes for you two as well. Drinks on me.
I got 10 copper.
So I'm really wondering what the difference between villagers in the bar/inn are and the drunkards in the bar/inn are, because, like, aren't they the same people? Like, who's not in a bar getting drunk? I think everybody here is a drunkard. No judgment, just weird that they would separate people's names like that. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this woman's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. You see a woman emptying her satchel onto her bed, taking stock of her inventory. Potions, bandages, tinctures, and herbs are scattered throughout her room haphazardly. She bites her lip, head tilted to the side, considering. She begins to repack, one item after the other, careful deliberation undercut by shaking hands. Each item has a clearly marked place, but no matter how she repacks it, she isn't satisfied. The shaking worsens, and she empties it out once more, one hand held to her mouth. Tears echo from her eyes as she gives up all semblance of order and shoves everything she can in the satchel, grabbing it and running out of the bare house. Straightening her back, she walks to the docks, chin high, eyes hard and red. A gangly young elf offers his condolences, but she can't see him for the ocean ahead of her. She wanders the docks, offering her services as a doctor to any who will listen, anyone heading out on high tide. Less than an hour later, she watches her childhood disappear in the distance, a tiny speck of an island, and tries not to jump. Step back. Strom Brightblade. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. I still want to know what the fuck all of this has to do with anything. Like, why do I keep finding these? You see a group of young men standing around a makeshift practice target. This man stands in the middle of them, explaining the construction and use of a bow. He holds it up, pointing at each part as he speaks about it and what it does. He then walks away from the target, telling them to remain where they are, and takes his place about 200 feet away. He carefully lines up his shot, explaining what he is doing as he does, and lets the arrow fly. It hits the target dead center, much to the surprise and delight of the boys near it. He smiles, walking toward the boys, talking about proper stance and how to most effectively hold a bow. A noise comes from the tree line near their practice venue, and he stops, scanning the woods, blue eyes squinting against the sun. A shadow moves, making its way through the forest behind them. He draws an arrow and lines up the shot, carefully tracking the motion of the hitting creature. Loosing the arrow, he wastes no time and quickly grabs another. The boys spin, watching the arrow fly into the forest, immediately lost among the trees. There's a sudden explosive movement in the undergrowth as a deer erupts from the tree line, running across the edge of the clearing. The boys laugh, turning to joke with the man about his lousy shot. They stop talking, seeing him holding the bow and leading the deer with a knot arrow. They drop to the ground as he loosens his last arrow, which flies true and strikes the deer behind its shoulder, piercing the heart and lungs and dropping it dead almost immediately. The boys stare at the deer for a few seconds, then slowly turn to look at the man, newfound respect in their eyes. He smiles again and breathes a quiet sigh of relief. So can I, like, add him to my party? What the fuck? Alright, Alof, it's time to level you up. That works. Oof, oof, oof. Oh shit, see, I didn't know I could do that. That brings a whole new level to this shit. Chill fog might be worth picking up. I need to see what else we have here. Ray of Fire's not bad. Necrotic Lance is pretty good. Necrotic Lance is it's just gotta be. Upstairs.
I don't know why I love coloring paper so much.
That's pretty. I like the green. New map discovered. The Blackout. Carouser. Grab a drink, friend. Not much else of worth in this town, says the woman from Thane. Hey, we said we wouldn't mention Thane. Fair enough, fair enough. Continue.
I'll handle this. It's done.
Hey, gimme. Oh, well, nobody told me it was stealing. My bad. I actually wouldn't have stole from you. I'm sorry about that. Crammed behind the books is a drawing that shows Aethys and Lord Raedric in a compromising position.
I'll have this open in no time.
Okay.
It's done.
Awkward. Deslok Najeptep. You see a man soar through the air, hitting a nearby wall with a nauseating crunch. He doesn't get up. His attacker, a burly, clean-cut warrior with a carnivorous grin, turns and shoves his fist into the stomach of another assailant, removing another from the impromptu brawl. The bar is a whirlwind of elbows, knees, fists, and feet, with no end in sight, and he is in his element. In the corner, three smaller men speak quietly, throwing malicious glances at a larger man in the center. He breaks a chair over a tattooed head, cackling. The trio position themselves in three parts of the room, and with a terse nod, they charge. Unfortunately for them, the man sees them coming. Something in his eyes burns brightly, and all three slump to the ground in an agony that's all in their minds. The burly man bows to a room of the unconscious and incapacitated before sauntering out, off-key whistle trailing behind him. Shane shakes Merlian. You see an emaciated boy in chains, black holes for eyes, staring sightlessly at a wall. A man in a dark coat walks in, a scroll and an oddly shaped quill in his hand. The boy glances at him, expressionless, a corpse waiting for animation. The man clucks at him, disapproval clear in his tone. The boy stands, limbs hanging. The man takes the quill and begins to write on the boy's chest, copying sharp, angular symbols from the scroll. The child doesn't flinch as the quill digs into his skin, drawing blood as it goes. The wizard finishes with a flourish and barks out some arcane command, setting the symbols to glow dully. The boy cries out, knees hitting the stone hard, his chest burning black and red. Finally, the glow disappears. leaving only hard, black scars etched onto his skin. He slumps sideways, twitching, eyes facing the back of his skull. The wizard grunts, kicking him on the leg as on his way out. The boy lies on the floor until dawn, eyes still black like holes, the twitches growing into convulsive shakes. Freaky. Wait, what's his name? Shane Shakes Merlion. Oh, that must have been a glimpse of his childhood. What a fucked up fucking childhood, my guy. Somebody should, fuck that wizard up. And I would totally take the case if you would talk to me instead of letting me listen to your past. Fucking weirdos. You see a long empty road cutting through 2 large crop fields. The air is silent and the land seems too still for an early afternoon. This woman walks slowly on the road, leading a horse, curiously looking around. She seems to sense something is wrong, but is unable to discern what it is. She stops, sniffing the air, her nose high. Her brow crinkles and she casts about, looking for something. The air is clear, no clouds. She sniffs again, still looking around, confusion clouding her face, mouthing a single word. Fire? She looks out across the fields, her confusion turning to fear. She holds her hand up to block the sun from her eyes and scans the field again. Not finding what she's looking for, she jumps onto her horse's back, the fear quickly becoming panic. She kicks, sending the horse shooting down the path, which bends around some trees to where the farmhouse should be. She pulls up short, horror now in residence on her face as she stares at the burned and charred mess that used to be her family's home. Tears well in her eyes as she kicks again, racing to the rubble. Man, these are some really fucked up stories that I have no, I have no context to what started these, or why I need to know them, or, did things turn out okay? I get nothing. Nothing. Just a short little quip about how these guys' lives are fucked. It kind of makes me not want to know who these people are at the same time, because I'm like, damn, they're probably fucked in the head. These bones are covered in tiny bite marks. The hound stares intently at the covered window, head cocked as if waiting to hear a particular sound. It looks up when you approach and whines a low note, tail wagging slightly. Pet the dog, of course. The dog's tail thumps happily against the floorboards. Sorry, girl, I don't think he's coming back. The dog whines softly again, head tilting. Wow. Well, you can come with me. Maybe we'll find him on the way. The dog's ears perk up. It trots over to you and barks happily. Now I got a black hound. And I think I'm going to put that on, because this fucking weird space piglet is still fucking with my head. I don't know how it makes any sense. Giant miniature space piglet. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know if that's a play on something or what, but not my cup of tea, I tell you that. I can only press X so many fucking times. Let me out. I got there. Intellect affects area of effect and duration of abilities. And the will defense. Okay. Interesting. Could go to the Black Meadow. And so we shall move on. Maybe we'll find our own cure. Come on now.
Nice and quiet.
There's no reason to sneak around. All A-okay. Oh no. Why not? Why not? Let's find out what's out there. Yeah, rogues do the most damage, but paladins have the most defense. Warding symbols as red and rough as scabs have been carved into some of the trees. That's not sketchy. East to Radrick's Hold, west to the Gilded Veil.
Charge!
Motherfucker. Well, I thought I would be able to, like, skin it or something. I don't remember not being able to, so I kind of feel like a dick now, but... whatever. What are these things? Witch vessel, immune to charm, confused, disease, dominated, poison, sickened, and unconscious? Attack. Everybody attack. Okay? Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Lavaru, be on seek!
So you guys don't really have a hope, if we're being 100% honest there.
There was no hope for you, boy.
Wait. These carvings glisten with fresh sap. I don't like that. One, the sap is sticky and gets everywhere. Two, that means they just did this, and that's not okay. Warding symbols. Yeah. We had that same fucking sign earlier. 4 of them instantly.
Lavaru beyond seek!
Vessel flesh. Oh, okay. Vessel flesh, yeah. What you got there? That vessel flesh? I don't know what to do with it. But, I got some. Maybe we could trade for something? Spear spider, immune to web. Wow, that's pretty understandable, actually.
Lavaru beyond seek!
Yeah. Let's take that spider leg off him. You don't need that leg no more, you're dead. That's my leg now. Ramhorn helm, ooh. Anything around, man, I'm picking it up, it's mine. I wants it. I likes it. And I wants it. And we can do this the easy way or the hard way. The choice is yours. No, it's really not. What?
You just have to do it. Because no matter what, you have to do it.
Yeah.
Charge! Lavaru beyond...
I can skin him, so why couldn't I skin that last one? That sucks. At least that one wasn't for nothing. And what direction do I choose to go? Fact. I would think I'd go back here and find out what that black area is. Oh, or get, stopped right here.
How do you do?
Hold, sir, but for a moment. A hooded man waits upon the road, clad in a green cloak. He strides forward to meet you as you approach, and at a closer distance, his features are revealed for those of a younger man, though lined with weariness. He appears to be favoring his left leg as he walks, and there is a dark stain upon the fabric of his trousers, under the knee. Even so, he greets you with a polite bow. I do not know your purpose in traveling this road, friend, but I would warn you against it. He gestures at the path with a sweep of his arm. For beyond belongs to that tyrant which calls himself Lord of Gilded Vale. Like many tyrants, he has surrounded himself with stronger men and women for fear of retribution. The man smiles thinly. We should all welcome the assistance of a brave fellow such as yourself, but I think you would fare better with some allies. Who the fuck are you? Only a man determined to see Gilded Vale restored to its former glory. There was a time, stranger, when Gilded Vale was worthy of its name. The crops gleamed like gold, and the village's people lived well. And what has become of it now? Whatever has caused this blight upon our lands, it is not the fault of its people, Raedric looks to punish us for his crimes that we have not committed, and in turn he's blind to our own, or to his own. Blah, 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 blah. I am not, and he will pay for what he's done. I, Kolsk, swear it by the flame. I swear it. Who is this tyrant you speak of? Raedric. He turns his head to spit upon the ground. He's Raedric the Seventh, descended from the great Adrian house that is allied with the Deerwood during the Revolution. The Raedrics have been stewards of the Gilded Vale ever since. They were once worthy of their charge, but no longer. The House of Raedric is led by an oppressor, one who believes that he can purge the curse of Waidwin's legacy from these lands through force and fire. You have seen the tree at the center of Gilded Vale. It has stood there since before the first house was raised, and now it is testament to Raedric's cruelty. Every week there are more bodies. He shakes his head. We must put an end to it. Perhaps you could come with me. I sorely wish that I could, but I would only hinder you further. One of Raedric's lick splitters slipped a dagger in my leg before he fell. May he be half so lucky in the next life. He glances down at his wound. But it is not the leg which pains me. We have lost too many to Raedric's defenses. This is why I would turn to you now for assistance. Thanks for the warning. I'll return later. I hope that you will. I have heard of the deeds you have already performed in service of our lands. We are sorely in need of one such as you. You might speak with Pasca at the Black Hound. She can put you in contact with reliable individuals. And if you should find your situation improved, I entreat you, Lord Raedric must be stopped. If we do not stand against him, no one else will. Too long has Gilded Vale suffered under Raedric's madness. He would cure Waidwin's legacy by ensuring there are none alive left in the village to be afflicted. I fear his own wife, Ygritte, may be at risk. The man has no mercy in him. I would face him myself and put a blade through his rotten heart. But our last attempt proved costly, and Lord Raedric has called for reinforcements. Our time grows short, and in such times I must beg assistance where I can. I go now to gather what allies I have. Brave the keep if you dare. See Raedric into his grave, and Gilded Vale will count you as its savior. The man bows again. May the gods guide your arm. Get the fuck out of my face. You don't want to join my party, then go to hell. My party's where it's at. Ain't no party like a West Coast party, and a West Coast party don't stop. Why'd you laugh? It's true. I heard it in a song. Oh, and you know, just to like reinstate things, we're in the west coast of Defiance Bay, so yeah, West Coast. Probably not ready for Raedric's hold just yet. So for now, we go south. I need to complete a mission anyway, so... You know, if I could blast the sound of this rain, it's so beautiful. I would use this to fall asleep to every night. It's like just heavy enough, but just light enough at the same time. The thunderstorm way in the distance. Oh, gorgeous. Black Meadow, that's where I was trying to go. Excellent. Alright, alright. We'll go this way to catch this corner of the map. Oh shit. Oh shit! What are these? Forest lurkers. Primordial. Immune to charm, confused, dominated, frightened, paralyzed, stunned, terrified. Okay, fuck them up. We're immune to all this. Yeah, but are you immune to die? You're kicking that ass, bro. Kicking that ass. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, I was about to say, don't attack him. This is me and you. This is me and you, bro. Me and you.
Charge! On jump attack! Attack! Onward! Attack! Charge!
Kill it!
Charge! Onward! Jump!
Get it! There we go. Okay, now. Second win. Now. Lay hands.
Forth to battle!
Now attack. Yeah.
On charge!
Your primordial oozeness is no match for me. I mean, if it was just one of us, it would be. He would kick our ass. But together we are unstoppable. By you. You throw a dragon in front of us, we're probably dead. But that's neither here nor there. Trees and shrubs have grown up around these ancient bones, shrouding this monument to Gallowayne beneath their leaves. Well, that's kind of cool. I mean, it doesn't look like a good shrine. I'll say that much. It's like one of those shrines that, you tend to stay the fuck away from. Why are there so many bones everywhere? Yeah, let's not stick around to find out. Bandit leader. What? Who's this? Blazes, Willem, you useless bastard. Get him! We'll add his gear to the pile. You will add nothing to any pile, sir. Die. Well, shit, now I have to go for him.
Arthur, worth it.
I don't know what that means, but good on you.
Onward!
I too want the captain's head. Fuck him. Attack! The Smith's shipment updated. Excellent. Oh, I'll return to him. But first, I've got to grab everything that is on all of these people because I earned it. I earned it. It's all mine now. Who's this Forest Troll Wilder. Okay. I don't know how many there are. I was gonna say I'm sure there's more than one. Yeah, at least they're slow as fuck.
That's it! Attack! That's it!
Yeah, battles might take a little bit longer because my guy's defense-based, but him being defense-based and his powers giving defense to all of my characters kind of makes this, like, we're invulnerable. It just takes a little while to chip away at their health. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the fuck out of that. Ooh, interact. No, I'm not gonna fucking interact. What the hell's wrong with you? Well, there's a road. It usually means something bad's around. On the other side of the road. Hey! There they are. Not one of these bothers me. Let's kill them. Oh! There's a lot, though. Not happy about that. Boom! Oh my god! Alof, god! Show out, bro. Damn. Yo, he just fucked all of those guys up pretty much by himself. I was bait. I was practically fucking bait. That's about all I was good for in that interaction. I did not realize that that was water. Wow. Alright, alright. Wait, what does it say? Destroyed cart. Okay. It said villager, and the motherfucker disappeared. What happened there? This overturned cart bristles with crossbow bolts, bloodstains darken the cracked wooden slats. Oh, okay.
Onward!
You already know attack this motherfucker. Fuck this stag. Needs more on the other eye.
I haven't done the other one. That one. Just this one.
Nice. Very pretty, baby. Very pretty. Alright, let's see here. Spare bedroll is laid out in this tent, but there's no other sign of kith. Maybe good? I don't know. Is that good or
Carrying
bad?
too much weight.
Oh, I'm just over encumbered. Man, fucking cry about it. Ooh! Those are scary as fuck looking. You didn't even hit the other ones. What was that?
Attack! Attack!
be really cool if the Hound actually helped in a fight, you know? That'd be really nice. I would appreciate it, but I guess... fuck me. I only saved you from being depressed and alone and helping you find your owner, but yeah, no, fuck me in a fight. Couldn't growl at the motherfucker at least? Damn. Fuck is going on? Fuck is going on? What the fuck is that? Oh.
Charge!
Oh, he's not immune to dazed, so that's good. Well, he was barely injured, and now he's injured. Now he understands the consequences for his actions.
That's it!
Ooh, near death. Can we not do slow-mo? I don't know why that keeps getting activated. Slow-mo is cool for like the first 10 seconds of the fight, so I can get shit set up. After that, it's like, yo, hurry up and kill this fucking thing. I'm trying to keep it moving. Oh, look at those dragon bones. Aren't those fancy? The bones feel as hard as stone, yet surprisingly light. Yeah, tell that to the guys in Skyrim. Another fucking troll.
That's it!
Ooh, knocked him down, son. For 1 slash damage. And now we just close in on the middle. Little by little. Little by little we closing on the middle. Little by little we closing on the middle. Hey.
That's it!
Bang 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 bang. Can you follow my god? Thank you, screen. Jesus. I guess it's my own fault for manually moving the screen around, but like, hey, you should know I want to follow my guys. Sometimes I just want to see a little bit more into the future than you give me. That's all. Some more dragon bones. In excellent condition, might I add. This is an Eastern European green ridgeback dragon. What a specimen. Man. Peace. Another of these fucks. Get down. Oh, he hit me for 5 damage this time. Okay. Okay, bro. Sounds like you've got an issue that needs solving real quick.
That's it!
No sign of no other kith. What's on the menu tonight? Man flesh.
Ah, see, y'all done fucked up, because... Ooh!
That's it!
You don't normally ask that.
Does it remind me of like Diablo style?
It is, but it's even better, because it actually has more of a storyline than Diablo
So I
does.
didn't know if this was just like a new one or what it was, so I was asking what the game was.
No, I love Diablo, and that's definitely something I will be streaming at some point, but like... It's just something that I know once I start streaming, I'm gonna have to be more consistent with, because it's a it's an, online it's a huge multiplayer game, so it's something that can kind of go on forever. So like, yeah, you must. I don't own that ball, bitch. Go fuck yourself. I don't own that ball. You better double check that, motherfucker. Barrett's bell. Alright, so I've gotten everything. Let's see if it even lets me leave knowing that I'm over encumbered. Does it really? Okay. I appreciate that.
You go to that check for me. I had to there was some shit on it. So I broke out some of the sides. So it hit a little bit better.
Meh. Oh, nice. It saved for me? That's beautiful. Okay, to the Black Hammer Smithery.
Easy now.
Sounds like a good spot. This one right here, okay. Where hopefully I'll be able to sell things to them, and then maybe even hit an inn where I'll heal everybody's endurance. Get ahead like that.
I don't have the letter.
Oh, I do. Weird. No stealing. My guys aren't sneaky enough for that shit anyway.
Welcome.
Ah, you're back. Anything I can help you with? I found that shipment you were waiting on. Tiatanu reaches out like to take the crate, raising it effortlessly onto the counter. His face splits into a broad smile. Why, so you have. This is excellent news. We can finally get back to work and show you the real Black Hammer quality. None of these flimsy little swords. Here, I'll give you a taste. He ducks behind the counter and rises with a heavy wooden shield in hand. Might not have had much in the way of materials to work with, but it's still Black Hammer craftsmanship. Go on and take that. You have gained an item. Mortar door added to the stash. And here, some coin for your troubles too. His pleased expression dims. Did you find anyone with the wagon? Bandits overtook the wagon. I doubt your people survived. Tuatanu shakes his head, running a hand over his bald pate. Poor fools. Always told them they ought to hire some guards instead of palming the extra coin. He sighs. I'll have to hire on more hands. Don't suppose you want to settle in Gilded Vale and try some delivery work? He smiles thinly. You have my thanks for your assistance, friend. Give me some time to work the forge and you'll have your pick of the next run of weapons. No! I need to sell shit. Always good to see a friendly face. I hope the Vale is doing kindly by you. We've made good use of those supplies you brought us. Some of my best work. If you ever want to see our special stock, you just say the word. I'd like to see your wares, please. Of course. I'm sure you'll find something to your liking. No, sir. I'm sure you'll find something to your liking. After I go through my inventory and figure out what's best for everybody that I have already. Sure, why not? Just throw a nice little feathered hat on, my friend. Does it do anything? No, but the plume is very nice. I like it. Do I not have the dexterity? Oh, I do. So why wasn't that already in my inventory? Okay, I kind of like that a little better. Not gonna lie. Tattered no. Examine. I need you to deliver our haul for Kerned to sell. He will not speak to you unless you know the words. He's only found in the gift after dark. Okay. Hopefully I can remember that and also know how to fucking say it, because I sure as shit didn't. Hence why I made some crazy fucking noises instead. Not worth it. Not worth it. We already have one. Not worth it. Let's say I gotta have that on somebody. Can't equip that on him. That sucks. And fucking I guess I won't get rid of that. $10 to $14. 10 to 14. Okay.
Good day, stranger.
Everything else I have, I can sell. Perfect. I'll keep that too. Fuck it. I'll keep that too. Ooh, but you're not gonna give me anything for it? I'll see if I can find a way to store it. You're not giving me anything for any of this? Really? Yeah, you'll pay me for the gold rot too, right? But you won't pay me for any fucking beers for some reason. What do I even have for gold? I have 1293. So literally, like, all of this is out of the question. None of this is anything I'd even want. Well, now, that could be... No. What do I have? Alright. Mother's Plea, Anslog's Compass. Alright. Let's see if we can do that. Nope, that's stealing. Let's not fucking do that. Especially not right in front of everybody, damn it. I need to go to Anslog something. Compass. But I don't know where that is. So it might have to wait. I know I have one area left so far that I have to go through already. Oh yeah, while I'm here, might as well hit the inn. I'm no priest, but I am a paladin, and that's just as close as you can get while kicking ass, so...
Gods keep you.
+2 resolve or 1 perception and 1 mechanics. And also 30 less gold, so we're gonna go with that. If I gotta ask for what I get for bonuses, I guess price would be the next differentiator. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face is shriveled inward like moldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she's mere inches from your face. Suddenly her head snaps up and her eyes open, and they are empty. And behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air she speaks a word. Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Interesting. Though it fills you with new, queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. Guess we're gonna go see if she's truly dead. Which, of course, she is, because she's literally hanging in a tree. So, like, I don't know how much more dead you could get. To the tree! Away! Caldera de Baronzi. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bow that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings, but there's a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. Reach out for the woman. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out toward the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you've expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing, electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Her eyes squint as she peers down at you. Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy, even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I. Wherever here may be.
And how are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
I think I survived a Beowick. Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I
Really?
mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
You said souls break apart. Over time?
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again. But less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. No.
I see.
A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
Yeah? Well, I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face, as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there.
I mean,
You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
okay, well, what's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair. And here we are, visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either living or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
What did you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
She smiles at you reassuringly, fanning out a tuft of long whiskers that sprouts from one of her cheeks.
You should see old Merwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
I want to know something about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Who are you?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
And what happened to you? She laughs, a rasping, choked cackle escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing her body to bob up and down with each spasm. Seeing your blank expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer. Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Tell me.
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
What's an animancer?
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us, the best? Inspirations, miracle workers. My parents were soul twins. Miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other. Turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid. It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
I had other questions.
Of course, dear.
Psych! Farewell.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Caldera closes her eyes and her head slumps forward over the noose, and your surroundings seem to bleed into your vision from some unknown place of waiting. Aloth looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you alright? You seemed lost just now. I'm a watcher. His arched eyebrows recede into his hood. Well, that is interesting. He gives you a sly grin. And I expect this has something to do with the hooded figures in the rooms, In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. Do you know anything about Watchers? Only that they're rare, and that they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions. He coughs, as you just demonstrated. Let's continue on.
$17 and a half.
The smell of pipe smoke, at once earthly and sweet, winds its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origin, where you find a broad man with straw-colored hair leaning against a mossy rock wall, his pipe held to his lips with one meaty hand. He looks at you directly in the eye, but the look is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smirk.
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
I'm sorry?
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person.
What are you
As
talking
the people
about?
hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Alof frowns. Is that what you people do for fun around here?
Name's Adair. So do the people around here. Might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
What makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman?
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
What's it to you? Do you know... You'll have to forgive my curiosity. Around here we prefer to turn a blind eye to our dead. Do you know what a watcher is?
Careful, friend. Let's not use that word round here. There'll be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here. Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
You think you're gonna be hanged?
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
The war? Saints War. Only one in my lifetime. Fella decides he's living incarnation of Aethys. Overthrows Raiderists. Marches on Deerwood. So we gave him a Deerwooden hello. What's a Deerwooden hello?
We blew him up.
He smiles at this, but it's the smile of one recounting a joke for effect rather than enjoyment. Who is Aethys? God of rebirth and redemption. Formerly, anyhow. Maybe they call him something different where you're from. I had other questions. I got time. Why was your headman hanged? You got involved. Raedric sent men down here the other day. Said they had it on good authority someone in town was working with Kolse. Plotting Raedric's overthrow. Said he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Swithin, that's my headman, he steps up and says it's him. And, they took him at his word. He sighs and lets his head, his eyes, and shakes his head, his eyes fixed on the tree. Bound to happen sooner or later. Not for plotting against Raedric, then, for protecting me. What does your town have against you?
Picked the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, there was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, then I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the Legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Raedric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
Dicks. Aloth glances at you and lowers his voice. You can see why I was eager to leave. Who's Kolse? Someone who got tired of all the hangings. He's on the run now. Probably will be until they catch him. If you're next to be hanged, what are you still doing here? He gives a half smile. Drinking, mostly. Point of fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured out where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of places out there that don't think Waidwin's legacy started with Waidwin. I mean, we can travel together. Where are you headed? Some place called Cadnula? There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me.
Seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. I don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But, truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
There's a fine reason if I ever heard one.
Alright then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. Long as you're not the one picking the sights.
Alright, well then, let's get going. Alright, motherfucker. I guess we're gonna go to the hold now, maybe. Possibly. You know what? Bang. Bop, bop, bop. Yep. And then we go to Raedric's hold. Now hold on. Yeah, man, let's go. Oh, excuse me. Alright, well, saved right there. I'm gonna end the stream here for the night, but I appreciate you tuning in. And I hope to see you again. Thank you.